Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share my TBR with you. We are going to be participating in the SummerWeen Readathon. Yes. So Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte have joined forces to make a spooktacular readathon in August. So this readathon starts from August 24th to August 30th, and the whole point of the readathon is to have Halloween right now because we all want some spooky vibes, right? So they have come up with 5 prompts that you can do if you want to participate, but you don't have to necessarily pick books for those prompts. I am going to for sure. I have my prompts and my books right here. But if you're going to participate, all you have to do is read spooky books. So let's get some scary vibes going right now. Okay, so I'm actually really excited for this readathon. My 2 best friends are going to participate with me, and we're going to be vlogging on this channel. Fingers crossed. It is the first week of school, so not sure how good the vlog is gonna come out, but I'm gonna be doing school work and trying to do this readathon. So you might notice that 1 or 2 of these books are short so that it helps me get through all of them, because I did 5 prompts or 5 books for 5 prompts. You know, I could have doubled up, but I didn't. So let's just get into the books that I will be reading. And if you're gonna be joining me for SummerWeen, leave in the comments below what your TBR looks like, because I'm so excited for this. Alright, so let's start with the only ebook that I have on this list. Okay, so one of the prompts is to read a paranormal or supernatural book. And this one was so difficult for me because I just don't read that type of genre. I have one book up here that's a classic. It's kind of chunky. Not really too chunky, but it's a classic, and I'm just not in the mood for Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Eventually I want to read it. I'm just not there right now. So then I turned to my ebooks, and I have a whole collection of paranormal graphic novels. And graphic novels count as reading. So I have been really digging. Who says digging anymore? I've been really liking The Adventures of Sabrina. So it's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's a Archie horror novel. It's number 2. Depending on if I read this before the readathon or not, I'll be reading number 2 or number 3 for the readathon. But I really liked the first one, so I'm excited to get into it. Plus, graphic novels are typically pretty easy to get through, so I might even do 2 and 3. You know, we'll see. But that is my first pick. And then I have these. So me, Michael, and Amanda are doing this readathon together, which is so exciting to me. I'm so happy. And we actually all three got the same book to read. I think they're using it for a different prompt than I am. I don't know for sure. But we are all going to read Asylum by Madeline Rocks. So this is actually going to be my first read of the readathon. I think they picked it for spooky cover because look at that cover. That's freaking creepy. It says, "Prepare to be lost in Asylum." I picked it more for the haunted house prompt because I know it's not exactly a house, but this guy Dan moves into a dorm that used to be a psych hospital and now it's haunted. So it's a haunted dorm, so it's like haunted house. I'm counting it. It counts. But I'm super excited for this one. And then the next one is to read a book in the dark. This could also work for creepy cover, but I think this is the one I'm going to read. No, this one's going to be creepy cover. I'm changing my mind. It's creepy cover. The Couple Next Door. So you have the silhouette of a woman's face and some light behind her, but I have no idea what's going on there. So this is a little bit creepy to me. So this follows this couple, Anne and Marco, who are married. They just had a baby, and they decide to go to the neighbor's house while the neighbor has a party. And they go back and check on the baby every half hour. But when the baby is missing at like 2 a.m. when they go to check on her, that's all that I know. Like, what happened to the baby? Who took the baby? What's going on with this baby? So this is gonna haunt me. I like reading about like abducted babies or murdered babies. I don't like it. It's just hard to read. So I feel like they need to be read that much more. But especially with baby stories, it's really tough for me to read. I want to be a mom more than anything in this world. And there's a big possibility that I won't be able to have a baby. Not naturally, but there's always adoption. There are other opportunities for me. But it's really hard for me to read these kind of books because of the mom factor, the mom in me. I really, really want a baby. So I feel like it's gonna break my heart. It's gonna be really sad. I hope that, I'm already feeling bad for this baby and I haven't even read it yet. Okay. And then the next one is a book that's recommended by either Gabby from Gabby Reads or Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte. Now, what I was gonna do was pick one book from each of them, and that would be, 2 books, and one would be the one that I read at night. But I scoured the internet and watched a ton of their recommendation videos, and I found one spooky thriller that both Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte recommend. So I'm going to use the book that they both recommend. And that is Emma in the Night by Wendy Walker. I don't know a ton about this thriller other than it's about Cass and Emma, who are sisters who go missing, and then like 3 years later, Emma shows back up in her hometown with these crazy stories, and she's not to be trusted. Some of her stories sound made up. So I really want to know what happened to Emma and Cass and like the truth. And my last book for the Readathon is a slasher movie that I loved as a kid. Other than the fact that I thought it would be really fun to act in those movies, except for the fact that you have to die at the end. Because my older brother had me convinced that if you were an actress in that movie, that you died. And I believed him. Because why would my older brother lie to me, right? Talking to you, Jesse. I don't even know if you're watching this, but if you are. But this was one of my favorite, it's like one of my favorite guilty pleasure slasher teen flicks. Although, I don't really feel guilty for watching it. I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan. So I thought this book was like published around the same time I was born, like in the early 90s. It turns out this was published in 1973, which is cool. But I'm hoping that it's one of those teenage slasher. Ugh. So essentially you follow this group of teenagers who accidentally kill someone during their summer vacation, and then several months later they start getting these weird messages about I know what you did last summer, and then it's supposed to spiral out of control from there, and I cannot wait. So this is my TBR for SummerWeen, and I'm so excited. Let's see if we can get this one up here too. Yeah, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I loved it, the first one. Like, I used to love Sabrina the Teenage Witch when I was growing up. That was one of my shows. I love that. I've probably seen every episode at least 3 times. But I cannot wait to get into that, and then these, and ooh, are you guys excited for the spookiness, the spooky season to start? If you're going to participate in this readathon, leave in the comments below your TBR. I would love to see them. Oh my gosh. If you've read any of these, which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking in TBRs. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel where we always talk about books. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!